It's a random September morning. I don't even know what day today is. But it's about 30 days after the 2-year anniversary of Jess dying. And I wanted to kind of talk about that. August 15th was the date. And we decided, we buried her. So I have a plot of land. I have a headstone and just a place to go, I guess, to visit her and do the things that you see in movies and other, you hear about, where you go pay your respects, and over time, this was my hope, I guess, over time you feel better about it. You go up there, you say, hey, drop your flowers, miss you, and smile and go on. This year was not like that. We went up there and brought some flowers. I had the boys, I gave Christian a blue rose because he has blue eyes just like his mom. I gave Everin an orange rose because he has copper hair, he says. So we got there, Memorial Park, and when we got there, Christian was different. He was sad and somber, did not want to be there. Everin was okay. And when I brought them out to drop the flowers on the grave, Christian was a wreck. He wasn't happy. He was very sad. Started to cry. Was upset. Wanted to get back in the car no matter what. And I realized at that point that, and maybe I was a little surprised that it's still really hard for him. And I guess I was surprised because it's, the past year we've had more fun than ever before together. And I guess in a way I thought that, we're going on. And I think this year is going to be even better, but there's still that raw pain that I didn't see. I didn't realize it was still there. My oldest son's pretty good about it. In fact, I don't know that I've ever seen him cry. And, obviously part of that concerns me too. Fast forward to a couple of Saturdays ago, and I was rehearsing a speech that I'm giving for a local university here. And I invited the boys, to come up and sit with me and listen. So for the first part, my message is about hope. For the first part, I talk about baseball and the things that I did, the people that I met. It's exciting stuff. The boys were all excited about it. And then I transitioned from retiring, meeting their mom, getting married, having them, the kids, and then her getting cancer and dying. And when I hit that point, and actually mentioned, and then she died, Christian looked up at me and said, Dad, don't talk about this anymore. It makes me cry. He was really serious. I looked over at my oldest son, Everin, and he had tears in his eyes. And it really hit me that we're still dealing with this. And they are. And I hate that. But I think it's going to be something that we deal with on an ongoing basis. It may be a lifetime thing. I don't know. It's certainly making me evaluate a lot of things. I have to take a look at this point why I do certain things. Why I do fitness, why I am as busy as I am. Of course, some of the things you have to do. Some of the things, as a single parent, you're just busy. And I run back and forth, from work to school, back to work, back to school, dropping them off here and there, after school programs, back to work, come back, pick them up, clean, cook, eat, all that stuff. It's tough. Not going to lie. And then the other things that I try to do for myself, I really need to take a look at because it's the motivation behind it all. Why am I working out as hard as I can? I like to work out. It's always been a part of my life. As an athlete, I'm not going to be an athlete anymore. So why am I trying to get big and strong? I like it, obviously. But is there another motivation there? And is it healthy for me? Is it healthy for the kids? Is it simply out of vanity? I'm doing a lot of self-evaluation. I look at some of the women that I've met. They're all fantastic. Every one of them is just, they're great. And there aren't many. Kind of young in this whole thing, too. But one of the big things for me is, does it fit? And does it fit the boys' lives? And that's so hard for me to figure out because part of me wants a good relationship. Part of me thinks at this point I could do without it. And it's really because I'm busy and I have this life, and the boys are my top priority. So it's just, I don't know, maybe I'm rambling, but it's 2 years after after my wife passed away, and while I thought maybe it would be easier as time went on, I didn't have a clue, and it's not easier. In different ways, in different degrees, and on different levels, it's harder. And I guess that's what this is all about anyway. It's hard to see. It's hard to watch my kids go through it. And now they're going through their own issues. I just took in Evan for his first ever brain scan. And it brings it all back. It makes me start thinking about all the things I went through. I wonder if when he's going to have that, or when he had it, because he just had it, what he was thinking. He watched his mom have scans like that, and she died. So was he afraid? So many things, go through this mind, and it's nice to have God, I guess, to deal with all those things. So I don't want this to be somber. I don't want this to be sad. It's just kind of a reality thing that 2 years have gone by, and we're entering our third year without her on our own, and life's different. It's totally different. And in ways, it's really so much better than it was the first year, the second year, I mean. And now, this being the third year, I think we're going to have even more fun together and do some crazy adventurous stuff, and I hope that we do. It's just going to be a blast to do those things. And the other side of that is you have all this fun, and then the other side is you're still dealing with something that will probably be a lifelong scar. And you wait for that to heal, and you never know when it's actually going to start to feel less tender as you touch it. And the three of us are different too. So we're all dealing with different phases and different levels at different times. So it's all really interesting, and it's certainly something that helps you understand who you are. It makes you look inside, and rather than be the man who is this island that nobody can get to, and who's this He-Man type person. I don't want to be that. I want to be a man who is soft and tender and can understand what they're going through and lead them through that, as opposed to slapping them or having them. Okay, that sounded wrong. To having them snap out of it, because to me it doesn't seem right. I don't want to be that. I want to be a dad who understands, and I hope that I am. So that's my evaluation of the past 2 years. It's been great, and it's been really challenging, and it's been difficult on a lot of different levels. I think we're going to do a lot better this year, but again, it's just watching for that hurt to come out and making sure for me that I don't squash that, and I let them feel it, and I let them get it out and deal with it so that they can heal. I guess that's all we can do.